Ladies and gentlemen, at some point we all ask ourselves, why am I even alive? It's a question that echoes through the silence of our struggles, doubts, and moments of despair. But perhaps in asking it, we uncover the very essence of what it means to live, to seek purpose and find meaning in the most unexpected places. Why am I even alive? There comes a time in everyone's life when they sit in silence, staring at the vastness of existence and ask, why am I even alive? It is a question that doesn't always come from sadness, but from a deep longing to understand one's purpose. It is a question born in the hearts of those who have felt lost, who have been broken, who have seen their dreams shatter before their eyes, and yet continue to breathe, to exist. Life has an unpredictable way of shaping us. We are thrown into storms we never asked for, and we are forced to fight battles we never prepared for. The weight of pain can be unbearable, and in moments of despair, it is easy to believe that life has no meaning. But perhaps the very act of questioning our existence is proof that we are meant for something greater. I too have been in that place of darkness, where dreams seemed like distant illusions, and where the mirror reflected nothing but emptiness. I have seen how life can strip away everything we hold dear, leaving us with nothing but questions. But in those moments, when I felt the most insignificant, I discovered something profound. We are not alive to merely exist. We are alive to create meaning in a world that often feels meaningless. If we shift our perspective, we begin to see that life is not about grand achievements or applause from the world. It is about the small moments. The smile of a stranger, the warmth of the sun on our skin, the gentle touch of someone who cares. These moments, seemingly insignificant, remind us that life is still unfolding, that there is still beauty left to experience. Pain is not the end of our story. It is the beginning of transformation. Every wound we carry, every scar we hide, is a testament to our survival. The question is not, why am I even alive, but rather, what can I do with this life that I have been given? The truth is, you are here because you are meant to be here. You are here because the world in its vastness still needs the light that only you can bring. No matter how broken you feel, no matter how lost you think you are, your existence is not a mistake. You were born with a purpose, even if you haven't discovered it yet. So the next time you find yourself asking, why am I even alive? Remember this. You are alive because your story isn't over yet. You are alive because someone, somewhere, needs the love, the wisdom, and the strength that only you can offer. You are alive because, despite all the pain, the world still has something beautiful waiting for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the emotional struggle is something we all face at different points in our lives. It is that invisible weight that we carry on our shoulders, often unseen by the world but deeply felt within. There are days when it feels like the weight of our own emotions is too much to bear, when we wonder if anyone truly understands the depth of our pain. The struggles we face, whether they are rooted in loss, failure, heartbreak, or confusion, can make us question everything we thought we knew about ourselves. In these moments, we often ask, why am I even alive? The emotional turmoil that we experience isn't always easy to express. Sometimes we mask our struggles behind a smile, a conversation, or a busy schedule. But inside, we are broken, vulnerable, and searching for something to hold on to. The constant cycle of highs and lows, those fleeting moments of joy followed by deep despair, can make it difficult to see the bigger picture. It's as though we are trapped in a cycle that seems impossible to break, and the question of our own worthiness echoes louder with every passing day. There are times when emotional pain can make us feel invisible, as though the world around us is moving on while we are stuck, standing still in a place of hopelessness. We begin to wonder if the effort is even worth it. The thoughts of giving up cross our minds as the darkness swallows us whole. Yet, the very act of questioning our existence reveals a glimmer of resilience within us. Despite all the pain, despite the tears, we are still here. The mere fact that we continue to breathe, to feel, to question, shows that deep down, we are stronger than we realize. Our emotions are powerful, yes, but they are not permanent. The anger, sadness, or frustration we feel in one moment does not define who we are in the long run. It's easy to forget that our emotions, though consuming at times, are temporary. The storm we face today will eventually pass. What matters is not how long the struggle lasts, but how we rise from it. Each time we fight through the darkness, we learn something new about ourselves. Each time we pick ourselves up, we grow stronger and more capable of handling whatever comes our way. Emotional struggle often isolates us, leading us to believe that we are alone in our pain. But the truth is, everyone goes through their own battles. We all face moments when we question our purpose, when we wonder if you're good enough or deserving of happiness. What we often fail to see is that our struggles are not signs of weakness, they are part of our shared humanity. The moments of darkness are not there to break us, but to help us understand our inner strength, to teach us the power of resilience. When we find ourselves asking, "Why am I even alive?" it is often because we are in the midst of an emotional battle. But in reality, this question can be the beginning of our healing. It is in asking the hard questions that we find the strength to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems unclear. The emotional struggle may seem like an unending battle, but it is one that we are capable of winning. Even when it feels like we have nothing left, there is always something deep within us, an inner spark that refuses to be extinguished. It is this spark that keeps us going, reminding us that we are alive for a reason, even when we can't see it ourselves. The search for purpose is something that we all inevitably encounter. It begins when we are young, filled with curiosity and dreams about what we want to be, who we want to become. But as life unfolds, the clarity we once had starts to fade, and we find ourselves questioning, what am I really meant to do? It's not uncommon to feel lost, to wonder why we're here, or if we even matter. The search for purpose isn't a journey that follows a clear, linear path. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes it feels like we are walking in circles. Purpose is not something that is handed to us on a silver platter. It's not always about finding a grand calling like changing the world or achieving some monumental success. The search for purpose often starts with an internal feeling, a deep yearning for meaning, a longing to contribute something valuable to the world, or to find fulfillment in our everyday lives. But the difficulty comes when we try to put that yearning into words, to make sense of the internal restlessness that refuses to quiet itself. There is this common misconception that we must find our purpose early in life, that we must have everything figured out before we reach a certain age. We look at others who appear to have their lives on track, who have clear goals, and think, why can't I be like them? But what we often forget is that everyone's journey is different. Purpose isn't a one-size-fits-all concept. It's something that evolves with us, something that grows and changes as we learn more about ourselves and the world around us. The truth is, there is no one single moment when we find our purpose. It's not a magical realization or an instant of perfect clarity. It's a collection of moments, of experiences, of choices we make every single day. It's in the way we show up for ourselves and others, how we handle the challenges life throws our way, and how we choose to respond to those moments of doubt. Our purpose is found not in what we do, but in who we become in the process. It is in the pursuit, the striving, the growing, and the becoming. I've spent a lot of time asking myself what my purpose is. I've wondered if I was living the life I was meant to lead, if I was making a difference, or if I was just going through the motions. When I look back on my life, I see that there were times when I thought my purpose was to achieve something big, to make a significant mark on the world. But I've come to realize that purpose isn't just about big achievements. It's about the little things that we do each day. It's in the way we care for others, in the way we show compassion, in the way we learn from our failures, and in the way we keep going, even when things seem hopeless. The search for purpose is often filled with doubt and fear. There are moments when we feel overwhelmed by the idea of living up to some grand expectation, or when we feel like we've fallen behind. But it's important to remember that our purpose isn't something we need to find or earn. It's something we create through the choices we make. The simple act of showing up for ourselves, of taking one small step forward each day, brings us closer to understanding what we're truly meant to do. It's in the act of living, of being present with ourselves and with others, that we begin to see the patterns and the meaning in our lives. We often look outward for answers, seeking validation or recognition from others. But the real answers lie within. Purpose isn't something to be found outside of us. It's something that exists inside, in our hearts and in our souls. It's found in our passions, in the things that make us feel alive, in the moments that make us feel connected to something bigger than ourselves. And yes, the search can be long, and at times it may feel like we are wandering in the dark, but let me remind you that it's okay not to have everything figured out. It's okay to feel uncertain and to not have all the answers right away. In fact, the uncertainty itself is a beautiful part of the journey. It's a reminder that we are constantly evolving, constantly growing, and constantly learning. We are not meant to have all the answers right now. Life is about exploration, about taking risks, and about discovering the many facets of who we are. So if you're feeling lost in the search for purpose, know that you're not alone. It's okay to not have all the answers. Purpose doesn't always come with a loud, dramatic revelation. Sometimes it whispers softly to us in the quiet moments. It's the way we show up for the people we love, the way we try again after we fail, the way we find meaning in the small, everyday actions. Purpose is a journey, not a destination. And in this journey, we come to understand that the very act of searching is part of what gives life meaning. So keep searching, keep growing, keep living, because every step you take is one step closer to discovering your own unique purpose.